All right, welcome. Let me cut on my light. Y'all a little more light down here. What's going on? I ain't seen y'all in a while. How do I change this real quick? I'm gonna let a few more people get on here. If you're, I don't have nobody else to join me yet. I'm sure we will have more people, but if you want to join me and argue the counterpart, if you looked at my status earlier, you kind of already know how I feel about the situation. I do have a few more things to add to this conversation on whether or not um, the woman was right in the video. So I kind of want to I have my different perspective on that, and I definitely want to add to that conversation. So go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and get out there, let people know that we're about to have this conversation. If they want to join, if they have strong views about it, make sure that you make sure that you add them as well, right? So if you ain't anybody to know strong views, if you want to join the conversation, I'm going to allow you to join the conversation. I ain't gonna have you on my live too long now, but I will allow you to join the conversation if you have something to add. If you feel like you have something to add, just put hello in the chat. Let me know you're here. Share the video. Let people know about this very important topic. I think it goes to um, this topic really goes to what we are facing with people in America, how people feel, and that main question I believe that we should be asking ourselves: am I my brother's keeper? I think that's a very important part to kind of start with. Like, am I my brother's keeper? What does it mean to be my brother's keeper? Right. So please, like I said, if you feel like you feel a need, I'm gonna pull up my Facebook. But if you feel a need to comment, feel free to comment. If you feel a need to join, I'm down with you joining live. I'll talk to anybody about this. I've been having this conversation all day with my friends in the group me. I know everybody been talking about this on Facebook. We got over 100 comments on that one status. I didn't even address the whole issue in the original status, but people were still coming in my head for whatever reason. But let's just jump in real quick. Let's address the mother's behavior. The first thing I want to tell you all something I learned recently. I was taking this class, and it was like a culturally responsive class. I mean, honest with you, most of the stuff I started hearing there, I was not really feeling for real. There's like, just throw out everything you've learned. Throw out everything you've learned and stop listening to basically what people were saying, like this white supremacy way of living. And one of the things they said that grabbed and caught my attention was that why, whenever a black woman gets loud, talks and speaks loudly, even curses, why is that like so crazy? Why is that like that they're the most ghetto person, or they're or that's inappropriate? All our lives, that the concept was that we have been taught to basically be quiet, to not speak, to lower your voice, to be respectful. But when at times, like when they feel like they should express themselves, they feel like they should be able to express themselves in a way that, you know what, they don't care. They don't care what your feelings are. They don't care about, if you feel like they're getting too loud, you feel like they're being aggressive. They feel like they should be able to address themselves, address it in the way that makes them, feel comfortable. And so it was crazy because I was like, why do people feel that way? Or why do they think that's okay? And in certain instances, I understand that there calls for a time for black women to express themselves in any way that they want to express themselves, as long as, they're not putting their hands on people. So do I have a problem? When I originally watched the video, I saw like 30 seconds of it. I didn't see the whole video of the lady arguing with her baby's daddy. I didn't really see the entire video, but at first. So I was like, what y'all mad at her for? She just kind of expressing herself in a way. Now, the part that I kind of think she kind of went overboard, first off, let me rewind. I think the whole thing's scripted. I really don't think they were serious. I just don't think he would have gave her the food, just seeing how she was reacting anyway. And I don't think she would have threw down the food. Of course, some people are just ridiculous. Some people are foolish. I just think that was all kind of scripted. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I thought it was kind of scripted, to be completely honest with you all. But it just seemed like a lot. But say, for example, it was real. I believe that the part where she went too far is that when she threw down somebody the food, she didn't have to do that. She could have just refused to accept it. She didn't have to do all the extra stuff, right? So I'll give you all that part. For some reason, and this is what I noticed. Some of y'all dudes, like I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of y'all like pathetic. Y'all jump on this. Oh, some dude like, man, she trifling. She garbage. She shouldn't be a mother. Why? I am so, and remember, like I said, if you want to join the conversation, uh I posted the link into my original status. So kind of take a look at that if you want to join the conversation. I don't mind. But let me just really address some of you dudes who like jumping on this. Then I watch y'all, and it's kind of sad to me because it kind of shows your whole little, your respect for women overall. First is like, I don't think she's trifling. No, she is defending, maybe not in the right way, but she's defending the rest of her children. And don't tell me she shouldn't have had all these kids. That's disrespectful to me to say she shouldn't have had all these kids by all these different baby daddies and all this type of stuff. Because what we are failing to do is to hold accountable. And that's why I was trying to adjust my status. We're failing to hold accountable the baby daddies for these other kids. That's the first thing we're doing. Everybody's just jumping on this woman like, why does she even have all of these kids with her? Have you thought about that? Why isn't the baby daddies involved in their lives? We don't know the answer to that. We don't know their situations. Like I told you all, before, is that we need to be very, very clear that we have an obligation to our community. That's what I think. We have an obligation to our community. So that's the first thing. No, technically, he doesn't have to bring food for everybody. He could bring food for his child, but I just don't want to live. I'm just thinking, imagine myself. Somebody made a comment earlier that I thought maybe was like, I don't know, but it was like, I guess we're seeing that we're seeing the kids who've grown up into bastard households. And it was a little disrespectful comment, but I got where they were coming from. Like, oh, we're seeing all the kids who grew up as bastard childs, basically. I heard somebody say that. And technically, I would say I grew up probably as a bastard child, right? But I don't recall in that situation, though, where my mom, I don't remember like my other siblings, I don't remember them getting nothing because me and my sister had the same dad. My brother, his dad was in the house for most of our lives. So I don't remember the situation happening. So I don't know I don't think it's skewed towards that. But I do remember something that was very crazy. So sometimes we wanted to get my brothers and sisters. So I had like 8 brothers and sisters in a whole nother house, like by my dad, right? So sometimes we wanted to get them. I wanted to get like 1 or 2 of them, like, yo, come over for the weekend, right? And so I remember my dad would be like, nah, you gotta bring them all. Like it just can't one go. They all gotta go. All the girls gotta go. All the guys gotta go. It just can't be a few of them. And I'm like, I was thinking to myself as a kid, like, is y'all crazy? Like, oh, you got 8 kids over here, like, go on now. But now I think about it, it makes sense to me because, like, why does one person get to pull this kid out? Or why does this kid get all the special treatment? Right. So that's kind of like, I was like, you know what? As I thought about it today, I was like, that concept made sense to me. Even though it was so many kids, you have to be fair. And that's my biggest thing with old dude. First and foremost, I don't think he's a terrible dad. I don't think that he's trifling. I don't think that he did anything wrong, honestly, in the situation. What I believe is that he should probably be more mindful of what she's referring to. She's making sense. How can you bring the other kids? And Reg, you need to post that picture. I don't know if you can post a picture on here, but there's like, how can you bring the one kid food? And the way it's described in the video, that he's been doing it consistently. So it's not like just one day he came over and brought food, whatever. So he's bringing the kid food every single day. That's what she said, right? And so here's my problem. First off, how do y'all think it's okay for this dude to bring McDonald's? And I'm not saying McDonald's is something like what's that? Joe Mueller's downtown. I ain't saying it's that, but for kids, for me, McDonald's was that place. You feel me? How many of y'all know you went to McDonald's like you was doing something and they're like, oh, we got McDonald's today. So don't try to play like as a kid, McDonald's wasn't that place to go to. So imagine as a kid, you're seeing this one kid get a basically uh rewarded every single day. And it's like, dang, but we got to eat this in here. We got to eat noodles or we got to eat a hamburger or whatever. We're not getting McDonald's. Y'all don't see the problem with that at all. Like y'all don't see the issue or the type of environment that could create for that one kid that's getting McDonald's. Like, so I don't know the solution. I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly I don't know the solution. I don't know what that dad could do differently in that situation. Maybe he could buy a pizza. Somebody suggest he buy a pizza. Maybe he don't buy food at all. Maybe he give her money to like, hey, divvy up amongst them or something. I don't know what the solution is, but you cannot just say like I had a friend, me and my friend was talking earlier, he was like, man, whatever, man, that's not his kids. He shouldn't be obligated to take it. First off, yes, there is some type of obligation. All my life, I've been taught if my cousins fight, you fight. Your brother fight, you fight. Your sister fight, you fight. That's all my life you're taught. But when it comes to food, oh, your brother get food from McDonald's, you don't get food. Right? Your brother get food from McDonald's. Nah, you don't get food. So I'll be my brother's keeper, but then my brother eat better than me, getting treated better than me every single day. But I'm supposed to also treat him like outside of the crib. We're supposed to treat him like, oh, it's good. Like we just regular people. Like what? Every man for himself in the crib? Huh? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, I see a few comments I'm gonna have to address down here. Let me see. Hold on. A few people made. That's just so Miss Parker says, Miss Park, I can't even go down. Dang, hold on. These comments. I hate the way these comments come up. Hold on for a second. They don't. I'm not even. All right, whatever. If you want to join the conversation, let's go. All right, so I got a way to pull up the comments. So Miss Parker says that a man is not obligated to do for other children, but if he has a good heart and do, that's good. She should have never thrown the food he paid for. Agreed. Maybe he could only afford one meal. So if you bought McDonald's, you could afford a pizza. That's my conversation to you. I'm assuming Reggie was when he said, damn, he's addressing like when I was talking about my 8 brothers and sisters and how they all had to go. If one went, they all had to go. He told her, okay, Gary, I wanted to address this with you earlier, man, because I think that's a silly comment, Gary. You're not making sense right here, Gary. I'm trying to help you. Not making sense, brother. Trying to help you. We need y'all to join. Don't be afraid to join. If y'all want the link, just message me on Facebook. I'll send y'all the link to join. Hey, Reggie, buddy, I gotta go to that copy. Hold on. Gary says he told her to bring his son out to the car and eat. But like, what's the difference, Gary? Like, help me out. Help me understand what's the difference, bro. Because if I'm in the house, I'm looking out the window like, this dude getting McDonald's every day. Dad coming, send him in the car. He come back in with a full stomach. Am I my brother's keeper? That's the question y'all should be asking yourselves. If I'm supposed to, Brandy, if like one fight, we all fight. But if one eat, we all can't eat. If one fight, like especially y'all from Detroit, you already know what it is. If one fight, we all fight. Your brother fight, you better be fighting with him. Your sister fight, you better be fighting with her. Like what? That's how it is. But in the household, we supposed to be different. We supposed to be so. Oh, he got a different dad, so he eating better. Come on now. That's not. And y'all getting too. I see Gary. I just saw your I saw your comment. Y'all getting too caught up on this young lady, man. She didn't handle it the right way. Let's address the issue though. The issue is that should a kid be singled out like that? Do I know where to draw the line? I don't know if you draw a line at Christmas gifts. I don't know if you draw a line with money or whatever, but I know that it is a difference seeing a kid eat McDonald's every single day. Are y'all kidding me? Come on now. So let me see. How is he responsible for the fruits of her decisions? If she keeps collecting baby daddies and adding So this is what y'all listen. Y'all being ridiculous. Y'all getting too. First off, y'all getting too caught up. Hey, Jeremy, you know you can join the conversation, right? You know you join the conversation. Don't be afraid to get to come live. I need somebody on here to come up with one of these silly comments y'all got, huh? Come on. So hold on. Let's go back. Y'all, these comments coming in strong. You can't have 40. Y'all don't know how many baby daddies she had. Like, why are y'all saying y'all don't know? She might have had like a lot of y'all like are not taking y'all just thinking like she's trash. How do y'all know she has 3 different baby daddies? How you know she ain't just got another one? Maybe he died, maybe he in jail, maybe he crippled, maybe he can't help. Have y'all addressed that? Okay, so all right. So Brandy says she was wrong as F, and she probably treat that kid differently. I would have bought every kid in the house McDonald's. If we broke, we eat home food. Go to the market. So that's another thing. I'm gonna tell you. So I have a mentor program, right? Some kids always with me. They're at the house, whatever. I never let them DoorDash. Some of them kids got their moms got money and stuff. They can DoorDash. They got food. I never let them DoorDash. So you're never DoorDashing food here. Because why? If all of us here together and we're, we're sitting around here, we're eating and all that type of stuff. One kid, every time he get DoorDash, like y'all don't see the problem at all. When we go out to eat, I take all the kids out to eat. I give them a limit. Of course, there's always a kid like, oh, I got a little more money. Can I get a drink or can I get this extra? I'm like, nah, bro. Everybody got a limit. But if you want that extra stuff, go sit at your own table and you're going to buy your entire meal. You're just not going to buy the little separate meal. So, but you're not going to sit with us since you got to do something different. You got to learn how to like treat people fairly. It's enough that we get unfairly treated out into this world. You think in my household where y'all didn't address this part, y'all, I see nobody responding to that comment. If I got to fight for my brother in school, but my brother he on a better meal than me, huh? And you know what? Somebody else told me that earlier too, Reggie said, life ain't fair. They need to learn that at a young age. I don't know if they should learn that at a young age, though. The unfairness, come on, y'all. Come on now. Y'all ain't being fair. Jeremy, I'm ready for you to join. Whenever you want to join, come through. Come through, Jeremy. Whenever you want to join, I'm here, brother. Because I will light you up on this podcast. She need to budget them food stamps better. We don't know how she's budgeting. How you know those kids not eating out of a house and home? We don't know that. If we're taking what y'all are saying, nobody's obligated. If nobody's obligated to message me, Jeremy, and I'll send you the invite. Message me, all right? And I'll send you the invite. Just send me a message. It'd be easier for me to do that. But if she's obligated, why do y'all say he's not obligated? That means that nobody's obligated. That means that the United States government is not obligated. You know, that's what Trump people believe. Why are we all getting food stamps? Those food stamps kept food on my plate. And why is nobody talking about these baby daddies out here that's not taking care of her kids, that's putting her in this predicament? Why is there no outrage towards these baby daddies? All y'all is mad as her. And I get it. She recorded him. She did a lot of extra stuff. But why are y'all not mad at these baby daddies who are not out here handling their responsibilities? Huh? What's good? This boy, Gary, I see you didn't watch that video up and down. You know the date she get in and everything. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Oh, that's not the conversation, huh, Z? That is the conversation. Why are y'all just taking it as like, oh, bro, I just told you, Jeremy, message me. You clearly don't want to be on here because you know I'm gonna light you up. You know it. So you don't want to be on here. Don't try to make it seem like you're trying to just ask, send me a message. Boom. So, brother Ben Mills says, you thought it was scripted too? Okay, me and the we always on the same level. Oh, let me see. I don't see no messages. Oh yeah, okay. I got it. My bad. It usually pop up. All right, my bad. All right, come on, Jeremy. I'll make a fool out of you real quick. So it says, why would I talk about baby daddies when she's blasting this man for taking care of. So I can't drop the link like that. So or maybe I can. Let me see. Maybe I can't drop the link. Can't post messages to some channels. All right, so maybe I don't know. We'll see if it worked. I think it worked on the YouTube. If you check out the YouTube link. Anyways, I'm waiting on Jeremy now. I'm waiting on Gary. I'm assuming they coming on. Come on. I would love to destroy these silly arguments, but I think the most important piece, nobody has addressed this. Didn't you grow up in a household that says this is really the gut punch here? When you grow up in a household, they say you fight for your family, you fight for your brother, you fight for your sister. Don't let nobody disrespect them. Don't let nobody jump them. But when my brother is getting better food, hey, don't worry about that, man. Life ain't fair, bro. You just gotta, his daddy involved. His daddy got a little money. Like they supposed to just eat that up like we good. How does that make sense? Hey, Reggie is a clown, man. Talking about my mama wasn't fair. She used to feed us peanut butter and jelly sandwich while she ate corned beef. So hey, he's a clown. I'm gonna let y'all see that one. Anyways, Richard says he didn't grow up in a household where you had to defend your brother and sister. Dang, man, I feel bad for y'all, man. I feel bad. My cousin Jason on here. I got in so many fights when I was a kid. Jason should not have been obligated to defend me. But Jason, every time I got into a fight, he was right there to defend me. Every single time. So you telling me that I'm out here and my dad brings me some McDonald's and Jason, that's a big boy. Y'all see that boy? That's a big boy. You think I'm not sharing my McDonald's with him? You think that he shouldn't be eating? Come on now. He was out here fighting for me every single day, but I'm supposed to eat better than him? Come on, y'all ain't making no sense, man. Y'all gotta make it make sense, as my kids would say. Make it make sense now. Y'all making no sense. So, Richard, that explains a lot about why you think that way. PJ, you out of control, PJ. You out of control. All right, I'm going to bring Jeremy on. Let's see what he got to say. I'm going to bring Jeremy on. I know y'all tired of hearing me. Oh, Jeremy, you need to get your picture fixed, brother.
What you mean?
Hold on. Oh, okay. No, it was smaller. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Headphones to work.
You can't hear it?
No, you good. I like.
All right, go ahead, brother. What tell us your opinion on the matter.
Right away, you tweaking.
Right away. Okay.
Yeah, just off bucks, you tweaking. Because what you tell me is that this dude who brought one child into this world, all of a sudden gonna inherit everybody else's kids. Okay, so it's not gonna come through here.
He can't even get his headphones to work in here. Come on.
No, I got 2 sets of AirPods, man. One of them want to work. It's cool. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to you, man, because you tweaking. First of all, you tapping that man pockets. You don't know how much he make to be going taking care of everybody else's responsibility. That's crazy. That don't even make sense, bro. You feel me? Like she said, first of all, because I wanted to touch a couple points. The first one you said was how y'all know how many baby daddies she got. She said it right away in the video. She came in hot, tweaking, saying a lot of goofy stuff. Yeah, every day my baby daddy.
I don't think I saw that part.
Look, check it out. Okay, so check it out. She said, I got 4 baby daddies. Literally told us, I got 4 baby daddies, and this dude right here show up how many days? Every day to give his kid that he brought into this world food, right? Just to make sure he good. So right away, we know she got 4 baby daddies, and this particular baby daddy show up every day to make sure his kid is fed, regardless of the situation. Now, the next thing she said blew me because she talking about, I done ran through all my food stamps, which happens. You feel me? I used to be on food stamps. It's easy to go through, especially, you know what I'm saying? You go through to the store, you see some good stuff. You know, a lot of times, us as parents, we want some good stuff too. Woo up and bam. She'd have been better off saying, hey, I'm broke and I'm actually hungry. Can you feed your baby mama? But, you know what I'm saying, something too proud to do that.
So you thought she was the one hungry?
Oh, she was hungry. She ain't got no food stamps.
I'm
What you
asking.
mean?
So,
It's like those Snickers commercials,
do
bro.
you
She not herself
understand,
when she
Jeremy?
hungry.
Do you understand the concept that like what about the other kids? Like, so explain to me, like, so
Okay.
if he's coming every day, he's dropping off food, right? How do you feel like the other kids would feel? Do you sympathize with them at all?
Absolutely. I sympathize with them as a person. I
Yeah,
sympathize with them because as a decent human being, it hurts to see, kids going without. Absolutely.
yeah.
I completely agree. I mean, I completely agree with you on that. I understand, and we actually talked about that earlier today. Um, if he did something for them, kudos, more power to them. But you made a good point a few minutes ago. At some point, you got to put the emphasis back on the children's fathers, and this coming from somebody who got two kids. You know what I'm saying? Both by the same person. Jackson, make an appearance real quick.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
you.
this is my baby boy, y'all. But at some point you gotta like put that back on the dudes that this is her fourth kid too, by the way. So there's three other baby daddies that came before this dude, and no one's talking about them, not one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, why
No, I
should this dude
understand.
even have to deal with this type of scrutiny when we clearly see him showing up, not once, but literally every day, per her words? It was just weird to see her say that with such a confidence, like she was convicting him of doing right by his kid. Now, what he could have done before her even mentioned it was he said, "All right, bring my son out here so he can eat in the car." You should have thought of that beforehand.
No, that's not. That was not. He said that after the conversation.
That's what I
So
just said. That's what I just said, bro.
I thought
I
you said
said,
he
yeah.
said that
I said
before.
it should not have come, at that point in the conversation. He should have already been ready. Hey, I got my son some food. Tell him to come outside so we can kick it for a little bit. He can eat. Great. But prior to him even showing up, she was tweaking on the
Well,
video.
yeah, and
On the
that's why I
video.
think you don't think that was scripted. Though? I feel like that was scripted. How she knows? How she know he was
I
showing
mean,
up?
unless some people like being goofy in public and nationwide. So I don't know.
I
I
don't know. I
already
see
saw
that
one
as
dude.
part scripted, but so
I saw one
overall,
dude say he looking for her cash app. So I guess that type of publicity. They say no publicity is bad publicity. So she might
yeah,
even
I
get a
don't know,
ticket out of
man.
this. Who knows? Now that we know she's
I
struggling.
don't get that. I don't get why she would. I think that so. First off, like I said, we need to stop being so hard on black women. That's the first thing. Black women express themselves in different ways. I agree. Sometimes it's overboard.
Not an
She was a
excuse,
little
bro.
overboard. She definitely did not have to throw the food. That
That's
was,
not
I
an
think,
excuse,
that was
bro. That's
crazy.
not an excuse.
But my point is, though, we are too hard on black women, right? The second point is I'm trying to tell you is that you have to realize that these kids, I'm afraid for the kid that's getting the food. Forget the other kids. The kids that's getting the food, I'm afraid of because those kids are going to treat him crazy.
Differently.
Well,
No, I get
like, like, oh,
you
you
talking
think you
about like a
better than us.
Cain and Abel story.
Come on. And the Bible said, ain't that if you're for your biblical folks, people who are interested
For
in the
Joseph
Bible,
and
like
his coat.
I know a lot of y'all that went atheists on us, but for some of those who are big on the Bible, that's how
We're not
Joseph
talking
was
about
down there
Joseph. We're
and
not talking
sold
about Joseph.
as a
Yes,
slave,
okay, but look,
brother.
check it out. Joseph daddy was there, dude, in the crib,
But his daddy
giving
made
his one
him.
son.
His
That
daddy
ain't
made
his
him the
kids,
man.
G. That ain't his kids.
No,
What you
no.
mean? So
Yeah.
this is why I say you pocket watching. This is why you say you pocket watching. So if dude get his kid one of the Chief Keef bubble jackets, now he got to get everybody a Chief Keef bubble jacket.
Hold on. Let me address
Maybe
this.
he want his son to wear Yeezys.
Hold on.
You telling me he got to make enough to buy everybody Yeezys?
Yes, bomb Yeezys then. If one get it, everybody get it, man. That's
Come
how
on,
I
you
feel.
tweaking. That's his
Don't
mama's
be
fault.
lying.
That's his
First
mama's
off,
job.
I'm just saying, hold on. So let me get this straight. Tawana, you're not the Bible expert, Tawana. You're not the Bible. I read my Bible. Every day I read the story of Joseph. They got sold into slavery because that boy thought he was better. He had started receiving all those dreams. They sold him into slavery. Now, it worked out good for him. I ain't going to lie, but he did get sold to slavery.
First of all, you still focused on the kids.
I'm not
saying
saying
who
the
failed
brothers is
Joseph?
right.
Tucson, you know who failed Joseph? His parents.
Okay, listen.
Joseph's parents failed. Hold on, because we're not going to talk past my point. Pastor, we're not going to talk past my point.
No, you're the
if
bishop.
Joseph's parents had stepped into the situation, first had did their job right and done right by all their kids, it'd be different. But if they had stepped in sooner and been like, hey, Joseph earned the right to have a nice coat because he did so
Yeah.
and so whoop and bam, and you can do the same if you do whoop and bam. That's a different parenting style. You feel me? So yes,
Hey, hold on. Let me address this comment, sir. So first off, Tawana, we can't have you on here. First off, we have a no curse zone. Okay, we know you wouldn't be able to control yourself. If you
man, I'm trying to control myself.
hold your peace, brother.
I'm trying.
I see. Look at her.
She
She
funny.
gave it. Listen. So Victor says I had to highlight this foolishness because Victor says so. If I make $12 an hour. See, I want to just be clear how Victor was also wrong about the Warriors and Boston. So I want to say, I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with the topic, but I say this is not a brother who's been right on topics, okay? I picked the Warriors, he picked Boston. He was ready to put money on it, but we ain't going to address that. That's another topic for another day, but I'm just saying this is not a brother that you should be really taking his word because he was wrong about that. Man. He says, so if I make $12 an hour and I only have $50 to payday, my kid has to starve because I can't feed our entire family. Then I'm a deadbeat if I can't show up at all. So I think, Victor, first off, you're taking it. I think the situation is different. Nobody said that these kids were starving. I didn't take that from the situation that these other kids were starving. I think that she was just like, why does he get to eat out every day and my other kids is like sitting here and eat noodles? Or
I think you.
Like, why does they get to eat out? And you know, bro, I don't know if it was like this for you.
You're talking past
Jeremy,
your delivery.
I'm older than you, right? But I don't know if it was like this for you. But was McDonald's?
I got more kids than you.
I know. But I'm saying, was McDonald's the place? It was McDonald's the place for you when you was like, you know, we went to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, them. Yeah,
so that's my point.
Until you try to open a toy and it popped your tooth out. But yeah.
So my thing is, so McDonald's is that type of place, right, for a kid. So imagine if one kid is getting that every single day. It's like you don't see the problem.
So listen, Tucson, because we got to go back. Remember, I said there's a lot of factors that we don't know about. Just given the video. We know the things we know. We know how many baby daddies she got. We know how her financial situation, and we know she's not a very good steward of her stamps. But that could happen to anybody. So what we don't know is how many times this man is hearing from his son that ain't no food in the crib. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how she talks to dude on a regular basis about the fact that she's suffering, right? So put it this way, and since we speculating so much, let's speculate this. Say your son, you got one son by a chick that got 4 of them, including yours, right? But your son texts you every day, Dad, we out here struggling. Like me and my siblings, we fighting over scraps right now, right? And to dude's point, you ain't really got it like that to take care of everybody's kids. At what point you talking about we doing bad by black women? Okay, I feel you. Hey, that's a real thing. But this is not that situation. You know what I'm saying? We cannot make this situation.
We don't know that. We don't know, like, I mean,
right.
I agree with you.
Don't know. That's what I'm saying. All you know about is what she's happening in the video.
Telling me, Jeremy, that if your son is texting you like, hey, Dad, it's bad out here. Like, we not eating. You telling me that you would take food just to that one child?
I personally might not. What I'm saying is,
you would not.
Him to do. I'm saying you can't get him to do. Look, Dad, did you see what the man driving? Did you see what he driving?
Y'all dissected that video way
more. No, because I like to go by the facts. Where they stay at? Where they stay at?
Where was that? I don't even know.
Right. What's the gas prices where they live? You feel me?
Where was that?
How much it costs to take food to his son every day with these gas prices? You know what I'm saying? We sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine. Folks is hurting right now.
I agree.
All right, then. So don't say he's in the wrong because you can't pocket watch.
He says with these gas prices, I'm only taking 1 meal to my kid.
It's like that. For real. Listen, hear me out. At what point why are we talking about the dude that bring food to his kid instead of the dudes that ain't? You know what I'm saying? Bring the 3 dudes that ain't feeding their kids into the chat, please.
I'm on the record for saying that I think that this dude is a great father. I have
argue both points. You are playing the devil's advocate.
No.
You are arguing both points.
I think that the dude is a great father. I never said that. I
Either
don't
he
think that
is
he's
or he
wrong.
ain't.
I don't think the dude's wrong. What I'm saying is that I understand the mother's argument. Like one kid just not about to be treated like he's some type of king, while the other kids are treated terribly. Like, say, let's take it like this. Say, for example, that she's cooking every day and he's bringing McDonald's every day. Like what? Like that's not cool.
Now
Like
that's a good point. But
yeah.
did she say that?
So like,
But did
so
she say that though?
she said, "Don't bring food, and you're not bringing the other kids food." So
Okay.
basically, you know, I'm
That's
not.
what she said.
People,
She didn't say.
I'm not
She didn't
taking. So
say.
people are thinking,
You
hold on, let me
speculating
address.
again. She never said, "Hey, I'm over here slaving over a hot stove, and you are treating this child better than the way the rest of them are being treated." Then the conversation would have been had.
Well, but
Hey,
she wasn't nobody. We act like we was dealing with somebody that had went to college or something. It wasn't like
you ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta go to college to have common
I'm
sense.
saying though, she might not have been able to comprehend or make her point as clear. But I think
Hey, comprehend.
the main
You
point
are
that
really
we're missing.
black women right now. Hold on for a second. I think it's safe to assume that she has high comprehension. Come on now, let's do that first.
That she wasn't probably able to. That was a hostile video. She was very emotional.
Who made it hostile? Who made it hostile?
Huh?
I almost felt bad for that dude. Did you watch him get out of the car? Like the energy she had right before he walked up. He walked up with confidence, like a man.
Let me say this,
and then instantly attacked at the door.
I think that the dude is a good dude. I'm honestly, I will be honest with you. I think he's a great dude. I actually, he should be commended. He should be given Father of the Year for being a part. What my
should he have been attacked at the door?
I see though, no, I've not been attacked. What I see, what I'm saying is that I understand why she would make the points that she's making. The point that she's making is that if you're going to bring food, you know there's other kids in the crib, you should bring for everybody. I think that's just something he should consider. I'm not saying that, oh, he's a terrible dad, he should be ashamed of himself. I'm just saying that if this is something that she should consider. That's all. You know?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
So wait. So like, what do you think about her throwing the food in the street though? Like, I got a real big problem. I have a real big problem with wasted food, and I know a lot of we got a lot of West Indian friends from back at Oakwood, and every one of them I know they have a feeling about wasting food too. So I know they're gonna feel me on this. The whole throwing the food in the street to make a point. What's that about?
Well, I don't want to address that because
you don't want to attack. What'd you say? Attack who?
We're not going to attack our strong black women out here. She should be also.
Know what you're doing right now? You're diluting actual, real strong black women by grouping them all together.
No. She should be given an award. She's taking care of 4 black kids. And a lot of times, a lot of y'all don't want to address the real issue is that you all are leaving these mothers to fend for themselves. That's what people don't want to address.
Let's
talk about the real. Let's talk about the real issue.
Remember, I told you, my father wanted my mother to get an abortion. My mother raised me by herself. So you're talking to somebody who grew up in that environment.
Agreed. And I grew up in that environment. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that
that's
black women have been holding it down forever. And she is one of the ones who's holding it down. So what? She ain't took a financial class on how to budget her money. So she might not have food stamps right now. I know many black women who don't have food stamps to the end of the month. We need to make sure that our black women are being appreciated for the work that they're doing. So all y'all ready to jump on her, that's kind of ridiculous. Y'all ready to jump on her. But the problem the people we should be jumping on is the other baby daddies that's not involved. All I'm saying is the baby daddy that came, he got to take a little consideration.
Wait. So that we can have a little bit of background and context.
They can't have McDonald's.
Wait, Mr. Antoine, are you saying when you were growing up, Mr. Tucson was not in your life?
No, so my dad was,
because I met your family.
I don't want to say too much because me and my dad got a good relationship now. But I grew up in a single mother home. I wasn't
aware of that. I just know him now, so I'm just
yeah. You know, I grew up in a single mother home. My mother took care of us from the beginning to the end, for the most part. And so my stepdad was there. But you know, he ain't had no job. Bless his heart, he had no job. It's like she's taking care of him. So so it wasn't So that wasn't the case either. But good guy, just that's my point. So what I'm trying to explain to you all is that it's real, and I respect Black women who are every single day giving their all and making sure that they're taking care of their kids. You all should be commending her. Now I agree, her behavior was not called for. Her behavior should have been more respectful. I agree with that. But her overall point was, don't come playing Santa Claus for one kid and the rest of the kids around here got to suffer while you try to play Santa Claus.
You giving her a lot of credit. Hey, listen, I'm not telling you how to run your show, but you might want to address some of these comments because they come
yeah. You know what? You might could be a added commentator on here.
Listen.
So Mark says her point was wrong. Her Mr. Michael Frazier, what up, Mike? What's good, my guy? Her point was understood, but she didn't provide a solution. So, Mike, you tell us what's the solution, Mike?
No. But wait. He making a point now.
Let me address this. Terry was not trash. He was actually pretty cool. He wasn't able to work. You know, he was getting that check, so he wasn't able to work. Okay,
somebody called out the stepdad.
He wasn't trash though. He was a cool guy.
Wait, Mike made a point though, bro. Mike made a point though. Listen, it's something I've learned that a lot in my maturity, that it's always better when you have an issue to come with a possible solution prior to. She did present a solution, Mike. She mentioned well, no, that's Cap. He mentioned bringing the kid out. Never mind. So she only came with the problem of the other kids being jealous. She did not come with a solution with her problem, and I think a lot of times it's the way
it's not for her to come up with a solution. Let me keep
good point, Corey.
We need to come up with a solution as a community, and as a community, we say we are our brother's keeper. So we should be our brother's keeper. All right. It says my children has different fathers, and I don't mind when he brings his son or daughter something to eat because I cook. She was just in her feelings, I believe. Okay.
Talk about it.
I'm a single mom.
There, talk about it. Oh,
what did you just think about, Jason? I'm not sure. What did you just think about? I missed that comment.
While you sifting through comments, I also wanted to tell everybody my aunt also raised 4 kids by herself with 3 different baby daddies, and they never wanted for anything. As a matter of fact, they still be dependent on her for stuff. And she's awesome for it, being able to handle it and navigate that type of situation. Not everybody could. But that she never would have done.
What? She would never threw the food down or something?
Absolutely not. And
I agree.
And then bringing it to social media.
Why are we? Why are we so? I think that what she did was the conversation started. She might not even understand that, but clearly it was conversation started. And I really appreciate her the part that she played in this. Do I agree? Black women go through a lot of stress.
Yes.
Black women go through a lot of stress. One of my mentees on here, let me see what he said. Hold on. He said, no, Mr. Knight, because your child should be first priority. If you can't provide for the rest, that's fair. If you can't make yourself the provider of the world, you can help, but okay. I think that we have grown up into a society now. We don't have a society where it say every man for himself, because I'm telling you, what y'all are not, we need a psychologist on here to talk about that. Who's the psychologist? We need a psychologist to talk about what detriment not only those other kids are going to feel, the other 3, but what detriment is the kid that is getting all that food. How is he going to feel?
I was just reading one of your comments. Dude said y'all assuming she was black.
Y'all assuming she was what? She was. Oh, we didn't see her. That's crazy. Hey,
for the record, I know nothing about her being black. That was Antoine. I never mentioned it.
Hey, I can hear by her voice that she was black. Okay?
Oh, here you go.
We know that. So, that was a black woman. Let me see all the way. I'm trying to think. So listen. I think the moral of the story.
I think by your voice, I thought you were Shock G. You actually kind of sound like dude. Dude. Yeah, you
Who
said
that?
You don't know who Shock G is? Okay, we'll talk past it.
That must be one of y'all South, one of them South rappers. So listen, but Michael, you say I'm tripping, but Michael, you have not come up with a solution. We might have to jump on Clubhouse, Michael, and talk about this, but you have not come up with a solution on the matter. A
Microsoft.
lot of y'all are good with letting those other kids starve. Y'all tripping. Y'all really tripping for real. Y'all are good. Hey, I don't care about the other kids. Somebody said, F them kids. Y'all are tripping. I'm tripping because the other kids should eat too.
Listen,
he brings some $5 McDonald's. He could have bought a $5 pizza.
Listen, you're coming from a different perspective, though, right? Like you're trying to change the trajectory of several young Black males' lives, and so
for sure.
Coming from a very emotional standpoint. But thinking logically, it don't make sense to crucify a man for taking care of his child.
I'm not thinking he should be crucified. I don't. Somebody tried to. Oh, you.
I don't. You ever read the Crucible? This is a witch hunt.
I did not crucify this man. I said give him Father of the Year. He's there every day. I mean, we also need to give him some health classes because that McDonald's is trash.
It absolutely is. Hey, sometimes you can only do what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
And that's going to be a real problem when that kid be 400 pounds in another year after eating McDonald's every day. And then those other kids can say, yeah, see, that's what happens when your dad's involved in your life. He feeds you McDonald's every day. So that can be
as a
problem.
father, a sole provider of my household, it's a struggle for me right now too. I'm going through it with all the prices going up. I can't even get a full cart of groceries these days.
It's expensive.
So I'm just saying we can't tap dude pockets to know what he got the ability to do. You feel me?
Well, what I'm saying is,
look,
Victor just thought I had to hide that comment. He wasn't talking about nothing. She kept screaming about food stamps on drop until 11. There's a way to ask for help. It wasn't that way. I agree.
That delivery.
I mean, I'm with y'all on that. I mean, y'all are so stuck. Y'all are so stuck on this woman. Y'all are fascinated, but
it's her video.
I'm saying that think past the woman, and I'm talking about the principle, the entire argument. Think past her. She's a strong Black woman. She's raising 4 kids, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's my biggest thing. So you don't get stuck on her. Y'all don't know what it's like for Black women to have. I grew up in that home. I grew up there where a mother had to provide for us every single day. A lot of my cousins stuff that's on here, we grew up like that. So I understand it. And so I just want to explain to you all that that's important. We need to make sure that. So,
but it doesn't.
I don't blame her.
But it doesn't excuse her delivery. It doesn't.
And I ain't about to talk about
at the core, she made a solid point. What you said earlier about the kids feeling some type of way about, you know what I'm saying, the other kid eating like that in front of them. At the core, a point was made, but the delivery was so overtly just it was ridiculous. I don't know a colorful way to put it. It was ridiculous. And now you got the entire country.
You're a high value man. Reggie, you're a clown.
No, wait a minute. Kevin Samuels will probably told her that she wasn't worth a high value man.
Oh, yeah. Well, baby daddies.
It'd have been like your tax bracket qualify for more than McDonald's.
No, she is what she's used up, or whatever they call it. But still strong Black woman. Still strong Black woman. No, sure. She just got to find her one with just.
Tucson, what do you think about the $1,200 tax credit that was given per child in the year of 2021 that many people ended up taking advantage of in this last tax return? What do you think about head of household and the child tax credit and being a steward of your finances?
Well, I mean, so the first thing is that we have to realize what we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. All I know is that we always didn't pay the bills on time. We always didn't have thank God I never can recall the lights being cut off. I remember they came to try to get our furniture one day. Aaron's did come and try to get our furniture. Like, nah, bro, we was like, we not here. We not here. They was knocking on the door like, nah, we not here. This furniture's used right now. But my thing is sometimes a lot of us, we don't get that training that we need. And I'm assuming, she's probably in that same predicament. She doesn't have that training. She doesn't know how to address, she probably needs more help with the whole situation. But I mean, I didn't see any of that. What I read and what I understood her saying is that you can't. I know this is your child. I know this is your child. I know that you are involved in his life, but there's other kids in the house, and it makes them feel a certain kind of way when you come every day, bring this kid McDonald's, and we might not be able to afford that. That's my thing. Like, if they can't afford it and this kid is getting treated differently, at least take him away. I think that's the very least you can do. Like, yo, come on, we're going out for an hour, even though that would make me feel like something as a kid. And I think just as a black man, you have to be able to.
You got to draw the line somewhere. You got to draw the line. As long as you got 20 different kids by 20 different people, somebody gonna always feel some type of way about something. Because your dad gonna want to buy you something, like we mentioned. He might want to get you Yeezys because that's how he roll. I'm not the type of dad that be on that. You know what I'm saying? I like my kids to wear nice clothes. Like my wife, you know what I'm saying? She's from a different area, a different culture. And in Asian culture, they dress different, but they make it look fly, but it's not always expensive. So I'm that type of dad. I'm gonna get you fly clothes. They just might not be expensive. The other kids, and I mean, come on, you got 4 of them. Somebody got to be like that. One of their dads might want them to just wear expensive stuff. And so it's like, where do you draw the line? You can't expect them to not put on his kids what he wants them to wear because he can't do it for everybody else's kids. That's absolutely absurd. But to your point, this type of event, yes, grab your kid, take them to McDonald's, spend some time with them. And if you ain't got that kind of time because, you out moving around, then schedule differently. Schedule a different day. Set your schedule around being able to pick your son up and go somewhere. So yes, this is back to both parents are failing this child. Both parents are failing.
I agree. And like I said, I think that both of the parents are good parents. She was defending her child, all of her children. He was taking care of his one child, and he felt like, like you said, you silly, you think I'm about to take care of all these kids. But I just think that as a community, I am saddened to see that that you all are so bent on he not obligated. He don't have to. He shouldn't. Like, when you already just said.
But that's what she made it about. It's her video. It's her video.
If you were in that predicament, though, you already said it, and everybody can answer this question. If that's you, the baby father, are y'all bringing everybody food, or y'all just bringing y'all child food?
I would personally bring everybody food.
There you go.
But
that's all we talking about. It's the moral.
No, that's not all we talking about. No. That's not all we talking about. We're talking about an obligation.
Okay, we're not obligated. I'll give you that. Nobody's obligated.
Sorry, y'all. My son is screaming.
And we about to sign off, though. This was a good conversation. Yes, the woman was wrong for the video. All right, but this is a good conversation. We'll keep going. I'll bring up some more crazy topics. I gotta get this podcast going. I gotta get good people like Jeremy on so we can argue all day.
No, definitely. I'm looking forward to the next one too.
For sure. All right, I'll see y'all. Love you, man. Good seeing you too.